Next sector, please. So Mantis controlled or Rebel controlled? Well, we're just in a Rebel controlled sector, so maybe we just stick with it. Is this, we're taking like the hiding in plain sight approach. Once the Federation forces were scattered, the rebels came down hard on the locals here. Between the tax collectors and military bases, the rebel presence in this sector is high. Exits down there. Let's kind of meander through the middle, I think. A rebel ship hails. We did not fight a war to let a single Federation ship scatter our dreams of a better galaxy. He locks weapons. Well, guess what, bud? So too do I lock weapons. Also, you hacked my ship. He's got a defense drone that's ion pulsing our attack drone, which is like a worst case scenario. At least we have the additional damage from the heavy blaster now. There we go. We need another shot to weapons, please. There we go. You'll love to see it. Now we need shields offline. Our drone is broken and dead, but I'd like to not refield it as long as their weapon system stays damaged here. And it immediately came back up. One more shot from the heavy here. Love it. Love it. 2 missiles, 1 drone, 21 scrap. Yeah, we'll take a quick jump and then head up to the distress beacon. You discover one of the rebels' autonomous scouts. It's cloaked. I hate it. I wish there was a way for me to pre-charge weapons. Like, I know I'm gonna be shooting, so why can't I spin the weapons up? Get the drone out, I guess. I don't think it can really do too much. It put a shot on stealth almost immediately. Yes. Yes, continue the murder. We've done it. Oh god, I'm super on fire. Ship explodes. Well, guess what? So too did my ship almost explode. We'll just fix this ship by venting. Hopefully we don't take any more damage from fire. You know, there's a pretty distinctive sound effect for when your ship's on fire, and I just, for whatever reason, it's like I don't hear it at all. Pretty quick fix there. A small civilian ship flies over as soon as you arrive. They're prepared to fight, but you're prepared to fight, but they just inform you that they're out of FTL fuel and can't jump. Give them fuel or apologize, wish them luck, and continue. I mean, it's a fed ship, it's a civilian ship. They just need 2 fuel, which we're pretty flush with right now. I think we give them the fuel. You give them the fuel. Thank you. Perhaps as payment, our engineer can try to optimize your ship's reactor output. Absolutely, I'll take that trade. Okay, so now with yet another reactor pip, I think we start thinking about maybe going to 3 shield barriers. So that would cost 100 scrap for the shield sectors. So it's 125 total. I don't want to commit to it in case we find something like a shop or something halfway through, but without something better, quote unquote, better to spend our scrap on, I think that's the plan. Rebel automated scout. More garbage stealth nonsense. Okay, so let's see. I don't mind the stealth if the weapons are offline, so let's first get weapons down. Thank you, drone. Oh, beautiful. Love it. Man, this guy, he didn't know what the hell fight he was taking. It's It's probably for the best there was no one on that ship. 2 missiles, 1 drone, 30 scrap. So that's enough to get the shields in place. But again, until we can absolutely lock it in, I think we're better off waiting to see if there's something from a shop. Federation encrypted signal is being broadcast from a nearby planet. Send an away party to investigate, or it could be a trap. Everything's going so good. I mean, it's an encrypted signal, right? Like, that's got to count for something. Send an away party to investigate. God damn it. As you approach the signal, you receive a message on a rebel channel. I knew we'd catch some Federation fish with this signal. Prepare to be boarded, scum. One day I'll learn. All right. So we do have to conduct combat as per usual. But we also have intruders on board to deal with. If we could start venting oxygen, that would be lovely. Maybe we'll just be able to oxygenate them out. No. I really need to invest in blast shields. Let's see. Hopefully they take enough damage here that they just decide they gotta take off. That would be ideal. We do not want to lose any crew members to them. If we could keep putting damage on their ship, that would be lovely. They may have left. I'd be surprised if they didn't keep moving into the ship deeper. They try to give you some of their goods if you don't destroy their ship. Absolutely not. You sons of bitches came to my house. Ship explodes, leaving a substantial collection of scrap. All right, there's still intruders on board, which is, if I'm being honest, awful. Because now they won't warp off. We need to, like, everyone get together. You know what? We're gonna just keep taking hull damage, unfortunately, as they keep breaking systems. Who's critical? Scoops? Well, go heal up. Oh, this is terrible. We have like the squishiest team ever. We're just gonna need to go man up. Keep a good eye on the health. We do have the advantage of the system-wide nano healing. And while we have 2 people engaged, maybe we can get the others to go start fixing systems. Yeah, like we're staying close to ahead on damage here. What we can do is like, let's now switch and send these guys over to heal. We're gonna get one of them here, and then that should let us get the other one pretty quick. Yeah, okay. Another 2v1. We gotta pull out of that one. That's not gonna work. They're still trying to blow up the O2 station, so we should be fine now. Man, that got a little spicy. I think we're gonna throw a hull repair drone next combat. Okay. Let's go fix all the stuff all over the ship now, please. Yeah, that, I guess, you know, the Engi ship's kind of tricky because, one, the way the deck plan is laid out, there are some spots on the ship that are like surprisingly far away from other spots on the ship. But also because the Engi kind of inherently suck at combat, I have that correct, right? They're the ones that have crappy combat. Yeah, combat damage inflicted is halved. So we would ideally need to get someone to be on combat duty. So let's see. If we completely power up weapons, we have 3 pips. We need 2 of them for the combat drone. So we would need... Yeah, we can afford it. So it's 2 points into shield, 1 more into the reactor. Nice. And now we have 3 shield pips instead of 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. There are no other ships near this location, near this beacon. However, you detect a small communication relay. You tap into it without a problem. There's no encryption, but it sounds like idle chatter. This will still be out of Federation jump range, or Rebel jump range rather. Rebel ship moves in to engage. All right. Shields down, target weapons with the heavy laser. Missile shot kind of sucks. I don't think our shields will go down, which is nice, because then we don't have to deal with the beam laser from that drone they're fielding. We got some level ups on shielding from scoops. 22 scrap I will take. An incoming message. Hello, Captain, says a rebel in an officer's garb. How very generous of you to turn yourself in. Prepare to be boarded. It's almost like the game heard me say that I don't want boarding actions. I'm starting to think that perhaps there is a little bit of like sentience involved with this game. Oh, our O2 is offline. I do not want to vent more of the ship if O2 is down. We need, you know what we need to do is we need to spend some money on an upgrade to blast doors. That's what we need. I would really like it if this time around we let them teleport back to their ship rather than have them stay on the ship. So I'm going to try and keep an eye on that. We don't want their teleport. Oh wait, they don't have a teleport. That's interesting. So that's just because of the event that they were able to come on board. That sucks. All right, they're gonna be all well and good. Can I get away? Let's field a hull repair, because we're gonna be at this for a minute or two. A burst laser Mark 1. A drone part 16 scrap. No, you know what? No. No. I want you guys to pay for what you've done here. I'm so sick of this crap. You guys just decide you're gonna fight me. We got a 4v3 going against their intruders. We got a big chunk of scrap out of it. Gonna have to be a little careful here. Vivi's starting to flirt with some low health. Take him out. Monsvik's gotta get out. We need one of their guys to drop. Mikashu. Scoops, you're not gonna be able to last long. Oh boy. Yeah, we can't leave 3 of them fighting one guy. Alright, they're gonna bust through shields and do more damage to the hull, so if we could keep them occupied, I think they should fall pretty quick here even with the lower damage. Yeah, beautiful. You love it. You love it. And then standard Engi procedures, immediately start frantically repairing. All right. I think we are back in action. Oh, can I just... Oh, I can even do this out of combat, huh? That's pretty rad. Okay, so it's almost like an emergency heal. We don't have to use it when things are dicey. A rebel ship is patrolling this beacon and immediately turns to engage. Oh, look at that. A flushed and panicky rebel soldier is teleported aboard. Absolutely not. And more intruders. So at least we still have that going for us. How many this time? Just the one? I think we're just going to try and head this one off at the pass here. Our drone has taken damage, which is kind of grumpy. If we could take their weapons offline, at least a shot on weapons I love. All right, everyone back to your stations. We need shields to stay online, please. We're going to try and do this without fielding a second combat drone because I don't want to throw the drone parts away on it. Oof. Come on. I want their weapons to actually be offline. That would be great. There we go. I cannot believe how well equipped your ship is. No, we will not take your surrender. You assholes killed Captain Juliefish, and we are still attempting to avenge her. $21 more scrap. I think it's time to upgrade the blast doors. Let's see. 35 scrap does it. I am comfortable with that. Because now at least some of my stratagems where I'm like venting oxygen and stuff and kiting them around the ship, some of that will work. Let's get out of the rebel sector. You arrive to find what appears to be a colonized moon. However, scans show that it has been abandoned. You also detect an abandoned space station near the beacon. Move in to examine the station. You approach cautiously, but you detect no danger. It appears to have been a small rest stop that was abandoned a while ago. Here's 16 free scrap. Love it. Love it. Of course they would give me a store at the freaking end of the sector. What jerks. Civilian sector is our only choice on this jump. Welcome to a new sector. Get to the exit beacon and jump to the next sector before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch you. It's a weird spot to put basically what amounts to a tutorial message. We do have an early store here. I guess let's do a lateral jump first. Try and maximize how much scrap we have when we get there. You recognize the ship as a well-known slave trader. He houses you and offers you laborers for cheap. So we could get another crew member that looks like they have an engineering expertise. Cost 42 scrap. I think we're gonna attack him though, because he is a slaver, and I wish for him to be infinitely punished for his crimes. He does seem to have a shitload of weapons, so we want weapon systems offline ASAP, please. Oof. We got one shot in on weapons. Let's try and get shields all the way down so that we can then just tear through the weapons. Looks like the ion's gonna keep it pretty well off at this point. There we go, another shot on weapons. It's trying to escape. Yes, we surrender. Take one of our slaves as tribute. If you destroy us, they'll all die anyway. That's fine. We will take one of the slaves, thank you. So we have Jill, who's got a plus in shields, which Scoops does not. We would need to put Scoops in an area that takes power, however. We could have Scoops just kind of roam and maybe stay in the med bay. Yeah, so that still kind of works out. We just need Scoops somewhere where they contribute power. So I guess we'll do that. Or maybe I have you go and stand in O2 so that when O2 goes down, I don't need to relocate someone else. I think maybe that's the smarter play. Yeah, love it. All right. Man, in another store. Let's do another lateral jump. I really would like to maximize what we have for a for an amount to put to work, because we would ideally like maybe something else from a drone standpoint, or something else from a weapon standpoint. Something else in the weapon standpoint, even if it took like 3 reactor units, we could get to a point where the ion blast cracks the shields, lets us heavy laser the shields down, and then we switch off the ion blast. A ship hails you. Good sir, it seems you have some troubles with the rebels. I'd like to help you, but I can't afford the upkeep required on this hunk of junk I'm flying. So we can hire them to delay the rebels, scout the sector, fight them, or I have no need of their service. I mean, he's a pirate. I think we fight him. Like, bro, I know you're out here holding people up. Let's fight. Mercenaries are worse than rebels. The only honorable course is to engage him in battle. So let's get at it. I'm gonna hold off on our heavy laser to see if we can get shields down first. We did. On weapons, love it. Ooh, couple crisp shots. Already though, the decision to put scoops on O2 has paid off. Take everything we have and let's forget this happened. No, no. We are a no mercy vessel. It was well known that Captain Juliefish despised cowards. 39 scrap. I love it. And man, every time they give me 1 drone part from combat, that's fine, because that's just, it's paying the dividends of having used a drone in the combat. All right, with 91 scrap, I think we can confidently go look at this store. Space station here is a traveling merchant who shows you his wares. So yeah, like the beam drone. I don't hate that. Another combat drone. So either one of these guys, we would need to have to look at increasing how much power is in the drone bay. We'd have to put another point into the drone bay. Defense drone. See, the only problem is once we're doing that, now we're looking at using 2 drone parts every fight. And that I don't know if it's sustainable. Let's go ahead and fix the hull. As much as I'd hate to do it. I don't hate another combat drone. Yeah, I kind of like that. Hacking, mind control, clone bay. Let's grab another combat drone. It's done us pretty well so far. So we need another point in the drone. And we would need more reactor units. So maybe it's not as feasible as I had hoped, actually, now that I stopped to think about it, because I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money to bring it online. We could always pull, as long as we had 1 more capacity in the drone bay, we could pull down the ions and then fire up a second combat drone. You discover a nearby planet speckled with settlements, although none respond to your hails. How much does it cost to put another point into the drone bay? 30? That's not too bad. We're gonna be able to run through all of this nebula, and I think we're gonna do it. As much as I hate nebula encounters, nebulas are known to be popular mantis hunting grounds. Information you would have done well to heed here. Well, that's fine. I just think that if we get into a position, goddamn borders. If we get into a position where we're able to field both drones, I think that does put us in a pretty good spot, just from the standpoint of, like, as we get to more advanced sectors and ships that we're fighting against have more, like, shield pips, just another steady source of outgoing damage to keep their shields handled, I think is good. All right. Well done. 38 more scrap, 3 fuel, some missiles. Let's let Monsvik get back up to health. So I think I am gonna go ahead and put the point into the drone bay. Because now, like I say, if nothing else, when we're done using the ion to crack the shield, we could then field another drone if it was something where we are in like a damage race, right? Like that's kind of what I'm thinking about, is if we're in a situation where we just need to out damage the enemy. You jump into the middle of a plasma storm. Multiple recently incapacitated ships loom in the shadows, briefly illuminated by the lightning. Manually search the wreckage for survivors and equipment, or avoid the risk and jump away. We're at full hull. We don't have a ton of scrap. I would love a scenario where we get maybe one more crew member. Yeah, you love it. Within the ship graveyard, you find one ship that seems relatively untouched. On board, you find an unconscious passenger and take them back to the ship. Once awake, they offer to join your crew in thanks. So some fuel, some scrap, and our new crew member, Trico, the Rock Man. Love it. All right, so now we finally have someone who's maybe available to take care of intruders. So he's just going to station kind of in a central position where he can kind of split and go down either flank of the ship. What is wrong? We don't have power to engines. Always wondered about this game since I bought it. This is the best exposure to my backlog also. Well, I'm glad to hear it, Brainiac. That's kind of, you know, one of the things that I really like about this is that it not only puts me in a position to play through my backlog, but I agree. I think some of these games are kind of ubiquitous. People know about them, but have never played them themselves. So if you own it, I would encourage you, give it a shot. Go play it. Happy New Year to you as well. A Mantis ship lost in the storm hails you. Sensors are out. We have no local telemetry. We will take yours. You detect a power increase in their weapon systems. We need a bunch of things to get fixed because we took out power. Field a combat drone. Let's repower shields and health. Started Into the Breach. I don't know if you... Yeah, so I have also played Into the Breach. For anyone watching who is unaware, Into the Breach was the follow-up game to FTL. After the massive success that Subset had with FTL, they made this game Into the Breach, which is like Advanced Wars mixed with like a cool time travel mechanic. It's really exceptional, and it is a blast. Oh, you didn't know they were from the same team? Yeah, Into the Breach was funded with the money that Subset made from FTL. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of scrap. Bunch of scrap, and we love it. Monsvik, I need you to heal up, my dude. Into the Breach is another one that I am eager to at some point maybe play some more of. What am I not noticing reactor wise that we don't have lit? 2 would have to go into the combat, so yeah, we would need 2 more to field 2 combat drones every fight. You jump into a sector of Nebula beset by a plasma storm. An automated rebel scout cloaks and attacks. All right, we don't have enough power to do this the way I want to do it, which sucks. We would need 2 for a combat drone. I could take them out of shields. I don't think we're gonna do that. I think we're gonna try and do the juggled ion blaster that we've talked about. So let's see. I want the ion blaster targeting the shields to bring those down as quick as possible. And then as soon as it cracks through, we need the heavy lasers to go to work on the weapons. Love it. Shields are damaged. We do have, with shields damaged anyway, we might as well field the combat drone. The combat drone almost immediately got boned because we took damage to the drone bay. Hull breach in there. We got to keep an eye on scoops. This is kind of the part of a run where I start to get a little bit dicey because like now there's enough things to pay attention to that I'm not 100% able to kind of keep track of all the systems at once. I think I have to either just commit to as much automation in my combat as I can, right? Like with the drones and stuff, or I just need to pause more and take a minute to look. 1 missile, 1 drone, 35 more scrap. I am absolutely okay with the amount of scrap we're getting as of late. Hull breach is repaired. Let's get everyone back to where they're supposed to go. So to field 2 drones, 30. We have enough for both of these, I think. We do. I think I'm gonna do that, and then we're just gonna have to kind of be careful about our drone parts. Your jump leads you to nothing but empty space, but that's fine because that actually gives me a chance to reset all of our power systems. Why is that off? Is there damage in the sensor room? Oh no, it's because I was paused and it hadn't woken back up yet. So yeah, now at the start of a combat, we can immediately yield, or field rather, 2 combat drones and our weaponry. I'm okay with that. Of course, I spent all that money and now we have a shop. And especially while our pirate ship approaches you, hand over one of your crew members and the rest of you can go free. So we have died to this combat scenario before. We do have a plenty of crew, but I'm not feeling it. We're not handing over crew here. So we're gonna test this new ramped up double drone combat kind of right from jump here. All right, heavy lasers charged. Oh, timing on that was awful. I thought the shield was gonna stay down. Oof. Powering up its FTL. There's absolutely no way it's gonna get out of here in time. Let's get you out of there and we can send him to go fight the fire since he's fireproof anyway. We surrender. Take one of our slaves as tribute. He's a pilot. I will accept that offer. Because who do we have flying right now? Monsvik. So Monsvik, what system can we send you to? I wish there was a way to have some systems like fielded by 2 people. Have Trico put this fire out. This way, if our drones take damage, he's at least there to help. And Walker with the bonus to flying should put us in a position where he's at least helping us dodge more. Trico's got to go back there. We want Zoltan. I'm sorry, Scoops. Zoltan's your race. Beautiful. Everyone's all saved up. We are still a very Engi heavy crew. I would not hate an opportunity to diversify our crew at some point. There's only one other ship at this beacon and it is showing heavy damage. So these are the guys that need to sell stuff so they can get home. More crew. A Mantis crew member would be sweet. I think we are really right at the edge of the crew, right? Yeah, we have room for 1 more crew. Hacking, Clone Bay. With us needing to field so many drones for combat, I don't know that keeping the hull repair laying around is worth it. Because the 42 scrap it gets us would put us in a situation where we could heal and grab a Mantis crew member. And again, that helps us with some of the issues we've been having with borders. think I'm gonna do that. I might really regret it, but I think I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna get the 42 from selling that, and then we're gonna get Lana to join the crew, fix the hull up in a pretty good spot. Scoot over here. All right. Lana's a lot faster than Trico as well. So that should put us in a position where Lana can get in and start harassing borders while Trico comes in to assist. Tons of distress calls all of a sudden over here, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to investigate because we want to get out of here before we get anyone to catch up. You've arrived at the long-range beacon. There are a number of ships stationed around the rest stop. You immediately receive a message saying if you're looking for some bodies to fill your ship, you've come to the right place. Wow. Shield and weapons expert. I mean, this would have been a cheaper way to get another body on board, but I'm going to be honest, I prefer the Mantis that we got with Lana, because it gives us another race. Oh, holy shit, Lana, you are a freaking propulsions champion. So never mind, you're going to work propulsions, and we'll still have you kind of swoop if needed if there's any boarding actions. But in the meantime, if you're going to work the engines, I'm okay with that. We have a 27% evasion rate just naturally from the crew at this point, which is pretty good.